Hello Taurus, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus. This is your spring equinox reading. These Celtic Wheel of the Year readings are meant to give you some general guidance for the next season or seasons ahead. So typically I look at Sabbath to Sabbath, so around the Celtic Wheel of the Year. And this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this message doesn't resonate with you, you can try one of your other placements, as that placement may be more highlighted at this time for you. Okay, so let's get started with the Dreaming Way Tarot. You have the Eight of Cups. Oh, and before I get fully into it, the song that I was getting while I was shuffling was It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. So if you could leave in the comments what that song is called, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's your song, Taurus. So that's a really beautiful thing. And then, so we have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Judgment reversed. Okay, and I'm getting another song. It's the Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly. Run and tell all of the angels this could take all night. Looking for a devil to help me get things right. This is not a time of manifestation for you, this period, like presently. It feels like you freshly walked away from something, or you're going to walk away from something, and it's not... the space needs to stay a space for a period of time before it gets filled. So this is a very, very strong message, and it's coming across like a hammer, that space does not need to be filled. There is no need to plant a seed. There's no need to manifest anything. Everything is already in the works. And there is something here about that... like what is happening for, I guess you could say, your highest good, or what is happening for you during this time. And I feel like this is across, I'm hearing 7 months, so that takes us to, where are we, March? So 7 months, that's like Samhain, like Halloween. So this is a pretty big cycle. This is a pretty big theme, that there is something, that a period of maybe things falling apart, or things leaving, or things breaking, bonds, contracts, things like that. But these are all breaking for the good, whether you see it like that or not. And I know for Taurus energy, like Taurus can be really good at staying put, right? I don't find that about Taurus. I don't know. You can leave in the comments if you feel that. Like, it's like you like comfort, but I do feel like Tauruses can make homes wherever they are as well. So it's not necessarily about geography or physical movement. It's more like shifting a way that you love, or the way that you put your heart into something, is really what I'm getting here. The way that you invest your time, and the way that you invest your spirituality as well. So there could be a shift in how you give or receive energy, as well as a time to learn about disguises. I don't know where this is. Okay, so these are channeled messages. It's a time to learn about disguises. The hats that you wear, the gifts that you bring, the contracts and bonds that you share with certain things that maybe you're not entirely conscious of at this time. It's almost like you planted a seed, or you tried to manifest something that is now trying to be unmanifested. It's like spirit or time or energy or whatever is unplanting that seed and transplanting it somewhere else. So maybe you planted it in the wrong soil. Maybe it was just not the right time. But it feels like something is suspended, And there's a walk to be had. There's a journey to be had, that you can't really see at this time. It's not for you to see. And you may feel a period of godlessness or a period of, I don't know how, godlessness and spiritual deprivation sounds really bad, but it's not that bad. It's just kind of like you don't really connect in the same way, but it's because your other gifts are growing. So if you have put a lot of energy into developing certain things, other things are wanting to grow right now. And it may not be what you had planned for or what you want to put your energy into. There's something here about climbing as well. It's like, where have you been climbing for the sake of climbing? Where have you been struggling for the sake of struggle, or busy for the sake of busy? Making busy work, for instance, rather than doing the work that you actually want to do or that fulfills you. We have spiritual maintenance, be your own caretaker. Here you go. So this is like following your own guidance as well. I feel like you've left, okay, so you've left clues for yourself in your past. So if you're an artist or a writer, go back and look at your work. If you journal, go back and look at that. There's something in your past, or these little, you're going to find these little flags or mile markers that you've left for yourself for this time in your life. It's really interesting. It's very big and interesting concept that's coming through here. And then you have lily. Wow. Majesty and virtue. The lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. And strange that they would put rare twice, almost like it was translated from something else, from another language. It's by unknown. A translation of majesty and virtue. What do those words mean to you? What is majestic? What is virtuous? I think that that's going to be shaken up. Something that you once believed in, or something that you once believed to be true or pure, may be called into question, or may not be as what it once was to you. It stops you. It feels almost like, I want to say you're stopped in your tracks, but you're actually moving forward. Like something has really floored you, or something really surprises you. Like a paradigm shift almost. But there's a peacefulness to it. There's almost a grief, like a really gentle grief, a peaceful grief, almost a comforting grief that you carry with you. So it's like the knowledge that there was love, or the knowledge that you're walking away, or that you're shifting things with love as opposed to with conflict. This could be that you can recognize that something isn't what you thought it was, but still appreciate it for what it was to you at the time. Appreciate the beginning that never really fully took root. You're growing. Almost like when you put a cutting into water first, though. So this is where it dips into the heart, that you're reaching into the water, and the water is sustaining you, but the soil hasn't been found yet. Like the place to plant yourself is not yet revealed itself. And the clearing. Make room for growth. This is huge. Make room for growth. There's something about cuttings, making room for growth. It's like when you cut back in the spring, you cut back certain plants, and that gives them, it's almost like, and then they can grow. It's almost like you're doing that to yourself. You're cutting things back so that you can grow things that maybe were stifling your growth but looked like growth. Yeah, and it just feels so much cleaner and more spacious around you as you move through this process. And resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. This message is really beautiful. Just because you can be resilient doesn't mean you have to be. Just because you can take the brunt doesn't mean you have to. If you look around you and you say, okay, well, I have to do this because I'm the only one that can do it, what would happen if you let other people or let something else take the wheel for a minute? What would happen if you didn't take on that responsibility or you didn't take on that burden? Where would your energy go? It's like you're being lifted up into this like ethereal bubble, which is not a comfortable place for an earth sign. I'm a Virgo with a Taurus rising, so I know that we like to be very earthed. And this is sort of like being suspended in midair for a period of time, but there's a view from up there. There's a view, and there's a view that's going to give you an idea of where your energy is just being, where you're spinning your tires and where you're actually gripping and going somewhere. So that is the message for you, Taurus. I think it's a really beautiful message, even if it's, maybe there's a little bit of difficulty here. My information is in the description box below. Please leave a comment and let me know how you felt about this reading or if it resonated at all, and I will see you very soon. Take care.